Welcome to the Sharp Aquasport training video. In this video, we will go through setup, calibration, the Sharp Pen software, Sharp Pen overlay software, and the new Sharp Touch Display Link software. First, we'll go through the initial setup to use the Pen software. We need to confirm that the resolution is set to 1920 by 1080. To do this, we are going to go to the taskbar and select the Sharp Pen driver and confirm that the resolution is 1920 by 1080. We also need to go through calibration. When we select the calibration menu, it will ask us if we want to adjust or reset the calibration. We want to select Adjust. From this menu, we just need to select each of the centers of the crosses to calibrate the monitor. Once this is done, say yes to save your calibration. The Sharp Aquasport has 3 license-free softwares that are included with the product: the Sharp Pen software, the Sharp Pen overlay software, or the new Sharp Touch Display Link software. First, we're going to look at the Sharp Pen software or the whiteboard mode. First, we will set up the Sharp Pen software or the whiteboard mode. In this mode, we have 2 different toolbars: the square menu toolbar or a classic toolbar, which we'll show later in the training video. With the square menu toolbar, we can customize it with the icons we're going to use for our presentation, and we have 2 different screens that we can have our icons on. From the toolbar along the bottom of the screen, you can view the documents in your presentation. You can add new sheets to your presentation and even change the backgrounds to the sheets. To change the background, we're going to select the Settings button and we're going to select Background Image. When we select Reference, it allows us to choose any bitmap or JPEG image from my computer. I can also go into Background and select any of the Sharp default backgrounds. I'm going to select a chalkboard and I can make it fit the full screen. I can even select different backgrounds through reference of chalkboards, calendars, even action plans. Next on the toolbar is our Settings menu. From the Settings menu, we can choose the square or classic menu. We can choose the touch pen we want to control our presentation, the 3-button pen, or being able to use your finger or other pen to control your presentation. We can also enable the dual touch feature, or we can set up the multi-point or 10-point touch in our presentation. To collaborate with others during our presentation, under the Other tab, we can set up the Send Email settings to be able to send out our presentation, as well as our printer settings to be able to print our presentation and share with our users. Now we will look at the search function in the toolbar. This will allow us to search for any handwritten or text term directly in our documents. To do this, we're just going to select the search function, type in the term we're looking for, hit enter, and it will automatically highlight every instance of the term in the document. To get to the next instance, hit the arrow over button and it takes you directly to that spot on the screen. Also from the toolbar, we have the ability to toggle from the Sharp Pen software to the Sharp Pen overlay mode. To do this, you're going to select the toggle button, you're going to select the blue icon for the overlay mode, and now you can overlay over top of any website, document, PDF, video, or even a drawing. To do this, you have your toolbar, and now I can annotate over anything on my screen. The last icon on the toolbar is the ability to share the screen. When we select this icon, it allows us to share the screen with 2 different applications. We can have our application on one side and our Sharp Pen software on the other. If we're using video conferencing, we can have our video conferencing software on one side and still mark up in the Sharp Pen software. Now we will look at the features of the Aquasport. We will start by talking about the square menu toolbar. The square menu toolbar allows us to have a selection of different types of pens. When we select our pen, we can double click and select the type of pen that we would like, the thickness that we would like the pen, and even the color we would like for our presentation. When we are writing on the board, we have the option of using our finger or even a pen to write on the screen. If I were to make a mistake at any time, I can use the eraser that comes with the Aquos board, or from the toolbar, I can select the eraser and erase any of my mistakes. Once I have information on my presentation, I can use some of the other functions on the menu. I can erase anything. If I were to erase too much, I could use the undo or redo tools to correct my mistake. I can also use the select tool. I'm going to select the rectangle select tool, and I can select and put a box around my information. This allows me to change the properties of my text. I can change the color and even the thickness. I could even change my handwriting and convert it directly into formatted text. If we have information on the page and we would like to create that into a chart, we can always use our figure pen to do this. Our figure pen will allow us to draw a shape around the information, and it will automatically correct it into a formatted shape. Another option, instead of drawing an object freehand, is using our drawing object tool. This will allow us to choose the shape that we want to insert. We can even choose the thickness of the line as well as the color for the shape. Now all I need to do is draw the shape on the screen, and it will automatically insert that for me. Now I can even add text directly into that box. It will bring up my on-screen keyboard, and all I need to do is type in my information. From here, now if I would like, I can even do a web search with the information that I entered. When I click on web search, it's going to choose my default search engine, and when I click on search, it's going to open up in the browser of my choice. I can even now go to the website, and if I want to pull this information in, I can go back to my presentation, even open up a new page, choose the insert image function. I'm going to choose a screen capture, and it will paste this information directly in my presentation. Not only can we import images from the import image feature, we can also take any document that we can open on our computer and print it directly into the pen software. All you need to do is select the File and Print button, and from here you would want to select the Send Print Data to Sharp Pen software. When I click on Print, it's going to automatically take that information and print it into my Sharp Pen software. There is going to be an icon that says Data has been received, and when I click on this, it's going to automatically import my image. Once the document is imported into the presentation, we can even use the View tool. The View tool will allow us to zoom in or out of the document. When you're ready to share your information with others, you have a few different options. You can print that information directly to your Sharp MFP, you can send it to email using the pre-configured address book, or you can save that information. When you're saving it, you can save it as a Sharp whiteboard file, you can save it as a PDF or image file, or you can send it to the Sharp Touch display link to collaborate with others in the room. All the features that we will go through today are also listed in the All Functions button. In All Functions, everything is listed out into different sections. We have our pen and eraser section, the Insert Object, our Select area, Open, Save, Print, and Other. Another important feature in here is the Settings button. In Settings, we have the ability to customize our square menu toolbar. All we have to do to customize it is choose the icon that we want, drag it over to where we would like it placed, and it will automatically be placed in our toolbar for us. Once I close that, I now have the new feature in my toolbar. I also have the option of a classic menu toolbar. I can get to this by just going into the settings and changing my menu to the classic menu. When I click OK, I now have the classic menu. Along with the Sharp Pen softwares, we also have direct integration into the Microsoft products. From Word, Excel, Visio, and PowerPoint, we can directly annotate into our documents. In Word, for example, we can just go into the Review tab, go into the Start Inking feature, and from here we have different options. I can select the color that I would like, and then annotate or highlight over any information in my document. The integration from PowerPoint is directly in the slideshow mode. So when we open up our presentation, in the slideshow mode, we can just start our presentation and we'll automatically have the Sharp Presentation Support tool. This allows us to control our presentation forwards or backwards. We can also mark up directly in our presentation. If I want to change pen colors at any time, I can also select the pen and draw attention to something else in a new color. At any time, I can go directly into the Sharp Pen software for a brainstorming presentation, or I can end the presentation and keep my annotations. A great way to collaborate with your users wirelessly is with the new Sharp Touch Display Link software. The Sharp Touch Display Link software will allow you to connect as a host or join as a participant. I'm going to start up as a host. This will allow the users in the room to share my screen and to send information back and forth. Once you're connected as a host, users can connect wirelessly with their laptops or tablets and see the information displayed on your screen. Users can also collaborate with you by being able to send files back and forth. I can select the Send File and automatically swipe the document up, and it will automatically import into the Sharp Pen software. Not only can users connected wirelessly with their laptop and tablets view the host's presentation, they can also request host control. Once I select host control, I can select the handwriting feature and you can mark up on the document. It will be displayed directly on the pen software. At any time during the presentation, if I need to take notes for myself, I can also use the user memo feature. This allows me to make any markups or changes on the document and save it for later for my future reference. Thank you for taking the time to watch the Sharp Aquasboard training video. If you have any questions or require more information, please contact Sharp Direct or your authorized reseller.